my name is Jesseline, and we are going to do a video on how to divide whole numbers. So let's practice. If you haven't got multiplication down, just know that having multiplication is going to help you divide. So practice that. It's very important. So let's 5,276 divided by 9. Okay, so 5,276 divided by 9. So division's very repetitive. Once you know the steps, you just do those steps over and over until you run out of numbers. Okay, so the first step is to divide, and I'll write that down. The first step is to divide. That kind of sounds weird because you're like, we are dividing. But let me say, so you start with the first digit and you say, what is 5 divided by 9? Can 9 go into 5? Well, it can't. So you go ahead and you move on. You move on, okay? So because it can't go into it. So you continue to start until that number can go into it. So now we're doing dividing. We're doing 52 divided by 9. Well, how many times can 9 go into 52 without going over? And here's where your multiplication comes into handy. So 9 times 5 is 45. Let's see if I can go up. 9 times 6 is 54. That's too much. So 9 times 5, so it can only go in 5 times. So I put the 5 over the number over the last place value of the number I'm doing. So I'm doing 52, so the last place value is 2, so I put it over the 2. The second step of dividing is multiply. You multiply your answer that you said how many times it would go in by the divisor, okay, by the divisor. So 5 times 9 is 45, and you're gonna write it down below that 52. The third step is subtract. So now we're gonna subtract 52 minus 45. Well, 52 minus 45 is 7. Okay, 52 minus 45 is 7. If you want to do the traditional subtraction where you borrow, 12 minus 5 is 7, 4 minus 4 is 0, that's totally fine. And then the last step you're going to do is you're going to bring down. So those are the 4 steps that you repeat over and over and over, which means you just bring down the next number, just one number. You bring down the next number and you start all over. 77 divided by 9. How many times does 9 go into 77 without going over? Well, 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 9 is 81. That's too much. So it goes in 8 times. Oh, that's a bad 8. 8 times, that's a better 8. Okay, it goes in 8 times. So we did the divide, now you multiply. 8 times 9 is 72. And then you do the third step, subtract. So now we subtract those. 77 minus 72 is 5. And then we bring down, if we have another number. So we bring down the 6. Well, 9 goes into 56, or 56 divided by 9 is, that one's easy, because it goes out evenly, is 8. So we write down 8, and we're going to continue to do it. 8 times 9 is 56. The third step is subtract, and then we have a 0. And then bring down, we don't have a number to bring down, so we're end. And we have a remainder of 0, which is great. So our answer is 588. That's how you divide whole numbers. Let's do another one. Okay, 8,350 divided by 5. So we start to see if we can 5 go into 8? Yes. So we're going to start with our first step of dividing. 8 divided by 5. How many times can 5 go into 8 without going over? Once. Because 5 times 2 is 10. So then we do the second step, multiply. 5 times 1 is 5. The third step of subtracting, 8 minus 5 is 3. The fourth step of bringing down that 3. Then we start all over. 33 divided by 5. How many times can 5 go into 33? That would be 6, because 6 times 5 is 30. Then we're going to subtract the third step. Then we subtract. 33 minus 30 is 3. Then the fourth step, we bring down the next number. 5 goes into 35 7 times. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7 times 5, the second step of multiplying, is 35. The third step of subtracting, 35 minus 35 is 0. But we still have one more number to bring down. You have to bring it down. We have to continue to do it until we have no numbers bringing down. Now you say 5 goes into 0. Well, 5 goes into 0 0 times. 0 times 5 is 0. I'm running out of room there. Whoops. And then subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. And then there's no number to bring down. And my remainder is 0. So that's my answer. 1,670. 1,670. 8,350 divided by 5 is 1,670. And that's how you divide. Now, let's do a 2-digit. You do it the exact same way. 870 divided by 58. Well, can 58 go into 8? No. Can 58 go into 87? Yeah. I don't really know my 58 multiplication, but I do know that 50 times 2 is 100, so I know it's not going to go in 2 times because 58 is more than 50. So it goes in once, then I multiply. 1 times 58 is 58. I'm going to subtract this. 7 minus 5 is 29. Okay, and then I bring down the 0, and then because I subtract, then I bring down the 0, which is the fourth step, and then I'm like 58 into 290. I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm just going to do guess and check. I'm going to do 58 times 6, which was 340. Let's do 58 times 5. Ooh. Oh, that's not 340, that's 348, sorry. 6 times 8 is 48, 348. And then 58 times 5 is 290, just doing guess and check. Don't make a little mistake like I did. But 58 times 5 is 290, so it goes in 5 times. Then we do the multiplication. 5 times 58 is 290. And then we have 0. Do subtract, then bring down, but there's nothing to bring down, so we have 0. So our answer is 15. Okay? That one's a little harder. You have to do kind of, like I said, guess and check with that one. But I'm going to teach you how to divide using another thing too. Thank you. Bye.